Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's October 10th. We are just getting started with the month, which is awesome and also scary because it's going into winter. And for anybody that lives on the East Coast, we know that that means snow. So, regardless, we're rolling right along. I hope you're having a great October so far. And I want to take the opportunity to do this team call as more of a pep talk, not just for everybody watching, but also for me, because I'm literally talking to a mirror image of myself right now. So this is going to be a little pep talk. So if you feel like you are doing amazing right now in your business and you're doing everything that you can be to be succeeding, great. This call is for you. But also, if you feel super stuck or you feel like nothing is going right, you're ready to throw in the towel, fuck all of this. Like, if you feel like garbage, this call is also for you. So, I want you to think about something as we go through this. If you are ready to quit anything in life, right? So, if you get to a point where you think, if there's a setback and you're like, you know what, this just isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. If you have a setback that makes you want to give it all up and walk away from it, that's the same concept as slashing all three tires once you get a flat. Why would you do that? There are going to be setbacks in life. There are going to be moments in your business, in your personal life, in your professional life, in your family, in all of these moments, all of these spaces, there are going to be moments where you think, fuck this. And that is okay. That means that you're progressing. That means that you are pushing through something that is going to have an amazing outcome, but you have to push through it. And most people, because we're so blessed to live in a first world country that is thriving compared to all these other countries, right? We are so blessed and spoiled in a way that most of us do just give up when it gets hard because we're comfortable right now. Like, yeah, we want more money, but it's not so bad where we are right now. We want a better house or a better car, but nah, the ones that we have right now, they still run. So why would we go outside of our comfort zone and push ourselves? And I can't stand mediocrity. I am so tired of living in mediocrity. So you better believe that I'm busting my ass to make sure that I get to that next level and then the next level after that and then the next level after that, because we talk about these successful people as if they're so different from us. They're so out of our league. There's no way we could ever get there. That's crazy talk. They're not any different than us. The only difference between us and them is that they've been busting their ass probably for years to get to where they are. They got to that point where it got really hard and they could have just said, you know what, I'm done with this. And they said, I'm going to keep going no matter what. And that's why they're successful. They're not superhumans. They just don't quit. So you might be feeling right now like there's no hope, like you can't get to where you want to go. And I want you to feel that. And I want you to really reflect on that and then push through it, wake up tomorrow morning and keep going. Because I know that every single one of you on Team Prevail, you have this burning desire deep down to just be and do more. You have all these ideas, you have all of these thoughts, right? You want to be better in every single aspect. And I know that that's true because that's why we connected. That's why we found each other. And I don't want to get emotional, but I'm probably going to get emotional. This business will change your life if you allow it to. But in order for it to change your life, you have to do the fucking things in order to move your business forward. Some people get really overwhelmed when they hear that there are 450,000 coaches in Beachbody. They get really overwhelmed by that and they think, how could I ever succeed? But you know what? 98% of coaches are thinking the exact same thing. Why would I try when there's so many other coaches? I could never get to the top. I could never be an elite coach. I could never build a team. Who says? You're the only one saying that. And you know what? The majority of other coaches are saying the same exact thing. So the longer that you tell yourself that, the longer that you stay down here, the longer that you prove yourself right. How about you try doing something that proves yourself wrong? Because you are destined for more and you know it. Deep down, you know it. So how about you stop talking to yourself like you're a pile of shit and start doing the things slowly but surely that are going to get you up to the top, because there's a system in place, right? We have this BAT, our business activity tracker, where if you do these things every day, even just for 5 or 10 minutes, right? You do the things every day, you're going to succeed. Maybe it'll take you 3 months, maybe it'll take you 6 months, maybe it'll take you 6 years. But if you don't quit, you're going to get to the top because everybody else around you is going to quit. I started in January of 2018, and I can't tell you how many coaches have come and gone since I started. Some of them were way more talented than me. They had more followers on Instagram. They were prettier than me. They were smarter than me. They had marketing backgrounds. They had tons of connections, and they still quit. And you know what I realized? They're not any better than me. And having all of those things really doesn't mean shit if you don't have the grit and the heart to push past those tough days. And they are inevitable. You are going to have those tough days. And you could be one of two people. You could be the person that stays down here and complains about it and convinces yourself that you don't deserve it. Or you could be that person that gets to the top and shows other people how possible it is. And I'm going to be one of those people. I tell myself that every single day, multiple times a day, especially when I'm working my full-time job and I'm sitting in my car and I'm wondering if I have bed bugs from the appointment that I was just in, or when I get off the phone with a client that calls me a piece of shit because I'm not helping him enough, or when I realize that I need to budget super hard to make sure that I could buy my cat healthy cat food. Cornelius does not deserve that, and I'm going to bust my ass until I can buy him all the fucking cat food he wants. I can buy him his own house if he wants it, which I know he won't because he's too clingy. But my point is, I talk to myself as if this has already happened, because that's how you get there. The way you talk to yourself and the way you treat yourself is the way your life is going to play out around you. Man, I'm sorry if this sounds like crazy, but I think we need to hear it. And I need to apologize because I feel like I've let you down. August was a really rough month for me. I was traveling for the Army and then I was on vacation, and I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it was rough. And I had a hard time picking up from there. But I'm going to reach out to every single coach on our team, and I'm going to make sure that the same reason that you started, the same fire that you had when you got started, that you're going to fuel that flame, reignite it if it's gone out a little bit, and we're going to get you to a point in your business where you feel like you are unstoppable, because you are unstoppable. Don't let anybody tell you different. I'm going to make sure that you believe that with every fiber of your being, because I know it's true. You wouldn't be on Team Prevail if you weren't made to prevail. So I know it gets tough when you start to think about how do I get moving again, or how do I start doing this, or how do I start doing that? Listen, we have all the tools available. You know, we talk about them all the time. Team Destin talks about them. Team Boom talks about them. You can Google them. And I'm going to give you a couple of other ones before we get off this call. But the bottom line is that everybody has access to those resources. Anybody can start a coaching business. Anybody can jump into this with that same fire and passion. And they can find those same tools and resources to make it happen. The difference, what sets you apart from everybody else, is you. And you know yourself better than anybody. And you know that you're going to make great things happen with this business. You're going to change your life. You're going to change your family's life. You're going to change the hundreds of thousands of lives of all the women that are going to come to you and ask you for help because they're tired of feeling like shit too. And they've been watching you make yourself better. So you're changing all these lives because you're you. And nobody can take that away from you. Don't let them. And that all comes down to confidence. This feeling that you're unstoppable no matter what. And you don't have to have rock solid confidence. I did not have rock solid confidence when I started. I didn't have rock solid confidence yesterday because it ebbs and it flows. And that's okay. But even if you don't have it, act as if you do. You might be having a bad day, but don't forget to remind yourself that you're awesome. You might be having a bad day, but don't forget to send out 5 or 10 or 50 invites because that's what your bat tells you to do. I don't care if you only send out one invite every day. I don't care if you only follow up with one person because that's one person. Make yourself do these things every single day, even if it's just a little bit, so that your brain starts to understand that this is part of your life. If you don't treat this like a business, it's not going to react like one. And if you don't treat it like a business, you're not going to see the results that you want. And then you're going to wonder why you're not being successful. You could act like a CEO or you can act like an employee. Pick one. And it's not too late to change it. If you've been acting like an employee, become the CEO right now. You don't need anybody's permission. This is your business. You have it. It's yours. It's all right here. And you have the tools to build it. So why would you waste another second? I don't care what's been going on. I don't care if you feel like you can't pick it back up. You can. And I'm here to help you. That's what we do. We build each other up. And I love it. That's the best part about this job, is being able to see others thriving when just 5 months ago you thought there was no way that they could thrive. The one girl that I work with, she started in May with 21 Day Fix. She's still a challenger. I really want her to be a coach at some point. But she's lost 25 pounds since May. And I remember sitting in her office with her the day that she was contemplating whether or not to sign up, and she was crying. Everything was falling apart in her life. She felt like shit at work. She felt like shit at home. She felt like a bad wife. She felt like a bad mother, like crying because she thought that there was no way out. And I asked her to give me 30 days, give Beachbody 30 days, and let's see what happens. And now here we are, months later. She's 25 pounds lighter. I saw her the other day. She gave me a huge hug and she feels amazing. And you know what? She looks happy. And I couldn't ask for anything else. And that's just one example, but that's all I need. That's enough fuel to keep me going until I find another person that I can help, that I can do that with. And not everybody is going to respond that way. People are going to sign up and they're going to leave. Bye. Bless and release, girlfriend. You don't have time for them. If you're doing everything that you can do, if you're offering your services, you're talking to your challengers and your coaches, and they still decide to walk away, that's on them. That's not on you. All you can do is make sure that you're fine tuning and refining and getting better at becoming who you are as a coach, as a business owner, so that you can help in any way possible. And if they walk away, that's okay. There's going to be somebody else. And you know what? That person's probably going to come back because they're going to watch you continue to not quit. And people love watching success stories. They might not join you right away, but they love watching success stories. And you stick around long enough, you're going to become one. So the last thing that I'm going to say, because again, I'm not here to keep it super long, just wanted to do a little pep talk because I love you guys. Resources. So like I said, I feel like I got off track with the coaching aspect of this, and I am so sorry. I'm getting back on it right now. I'm going to be reaching out to all of you, and I'm just marking that down so that it happens. Before resources. Okay. So building your business, right, is inevitable if you just stick to it every single day. But there are certain things that makes everything else work better. Getting to Emerald is one of those things. If you are not Emerald right now and you feel like you're spinning your wheels, we need to work on that. We are going to work on that because being Emerald, it might seem like something small, but it's so huge because it means you start collecting the incentives that Beachbody has to offer. But it also means that you've begun building a team, even if it's just your spouse and your friend or your mom or somebody close to you. That's your team. That's the foundation. These are the people that are starting this with you. And that's the fun part. Because building a 6-figure business, building a 7-figure business, you need to have a team to make that happen. You need to continue. Oh, my hair's a mess. You need to continue to build your team to make that happen. And I think I posted this last week. So I want you to think about this. To get to a 6-figure business, you need 5 5 rock stars underneath you, right? You need multiple diamonds underneath you, but they don't have to be your coaches specifically, right? So we have our personally sponsored and then we have our non-personally sponsored. Um, they don't need to be personally sponsored coaches. If you have 5 rock stars underneath you that are non-personally sponsored that somebody else put underneath you, you're still benefiting from them. And when you get a bunch of them and they start doing amazing, you're going to become successful. So you just need to stick around long enough to make that happen. Even if you're not actively building your business, all you got to do is stay active and keep doing a little bit every day. And eventually you're going to have a rock star team. Maybe they're not your people, but does it matter? If the income is what you're after, then all you got to do is keep your place in line, keep your place in your downline until your team builds underneath you and other people are putting other coaches under there and they become rock stars. And now you're benefiting from that. So when people are questioning whether or not they should sign up as a coach, whether it be a discount coach or they actually want to start coaching, if they ever question that, do not lose sight. Make sure that you are pressing them that getting on board right now, this is the best time to get involved with Beachbody because we're growing so rapidly. So get your spot in the downline so that people will start coming up underneath you. Maybe they're not your people. That's fine. They're still going to be there and you're going to benefit from them. So, but you need to be Emerald to get those benefits. So if you're watching this and you're not Emerald right now, I'm going to reach out to you first, but in case I don't, reach out to me and say hi. Let me know that you're in this. Let me know that you want to make this happen, and we're going to make it happen. I don't want you to feel afraid to reach out to me. I don't want you to feel like you don't have somebody to talk to. Anything that you're going through right now, business or personal or whatever it may be, I can probably relate in some way. And I have had dips in my business where I thought there was no way I was coming back from it. And then I went to sleep and woke up the next morning and I remembered that I'm not quitting. I'm not going anywhere. But I know how it feels to be down in the dumps and feel like you can't recover from it. Um, so we're getting through this together. That's why we're a team. So as far as resources go, we're going to be starting up weekly calls again. I'm going to be doing one-on-one calls with anybody who would like one so that we can really jump back into the nitty-gritty and start building your business because I believe in your success more than you could ever understand. And I'm so grateful that you're here because you make me better every day. I am so lucky to have every single person on this team because I wake up in the morning and I feel like I have a purpose. And in the past, from time to time, I felt like I've had a purpose, but it was never strong enough to keep me going. Building this team and watching y'all thrive, like watching your Instagram stories and your posts and that you're doing your workouts and you're putting yourself first. I don't care how many followers you have. I can see that confidence shining in everything that you're posting. And that makes me feel amazing. I didn't do that. You did that. But being able to watch the progression, it warms my heart. It makes me feel so happy. So I love you guys. Thank you for being so awesome. But if you don't know who Eric Worre is, Worre. If you don't know who he is, I want you to go Google him. He's got a book called Go Pro. So this guy is a network marketing whiz. He is the go-to father, the godfather of network marketing, if you will. His book, Go Pro, is amazing. Definitely worth reading. You could make that your personal development for the day because you're building a business and CEOs need to know about their business. So read GoPro. So he's got a book. You could, read it. You could listen to it on audio. He's got a podcast, Eric Worre. If you Google him, you'll find his podcast. On Facebook, he's got a couple of different groups. One of them is completely free. It's called Straight Talk with Eric Worre. And if you haven't ever heard of him, and even if you never read his book, okay, go to Straight Talk with Eric Worre and add yourself to that free group because it's all about network marketing and you're getting tips and tricks from one of the top people in network marketing ever. He posts 5-minute videos every day talking about a different tip or a different trick to be able to grow your business. He's got some great quotes. He's got some great challenges. Go follow that page and start engaging and start becoming the boss of your life, because if you don't run your life, somebody else is going to. And we weren't born for that. So if that's what's happening right now, stop it. Go follow that page, fall in love with Eric Worre, start building your business through passion. Remember why you started. Write it down so that you can see it somewhere every day. Make it as detailed as possible, because your why is going to get you through the hard times. And Eric Worre is going to get you through a lot of hard times because he's been there too, and he knows how to get through all that stuff. So Straight Talk with Eric Worre. I can't stress it enough. I'm going to be stalking the members in that group and waiting to see all of our team members show up there. So I love you guys. I'm not going to keep you any longer. This will be recorded, so I'm going to throw it on there. If you could say hi when you watch it, that would be great. And let's make this happen, because you don't deserve anything less. And we're a team for a reason. So I will talk to y'all soon, and I love you. Oops.